Hey there guys, how's it going? This is Adam. I've been asked a few times to do a white face makeup video, so I'm going to go ahead and do that for y'all. I'll go over the things that we need to get started here real quick. One thing that you're going to definitely need for a white face is Clown White. You can use Maron, Ben Nye, Stein's, Pro Face, any of the brands will work. I've got Ben Nye. Pro Face is another, or Maron rather, is another really good one. Pro Face is good. It's a little bit stickier. These are creamier makeups. Your Pro Face is kind of sticky, and I'm not too fond of it really. But it is a good makeup. It's just all personal preference. You can see I've used mine quite a bit here. Another thing that you're going to need is going to be red. Which you don't technically have to have red. You can get by with the black lip and everything, but I like red, and this is the Maron Cream Blend Stick Makeup. You don't need any flush base for this one because it's a white face character. It's going to have all white base makeup. You can use black in either pencil form, or you can use a grease paint form with a brush, either one. I prefer pencil just because it's easier for me to get nice clean lines with. If you're using this red or black in this type, you need a brush to put it on with. I just keep my brush in a baggie there. What else? You're going to need, you can get by without this. I think it adds a little bit extra to it, some blush or rouge. You can actually just go to the normal makeup counter at Walmart or Penny's or whatever and get just normal street makeup rouge, and it'll work. This is a Ben Nye Cheek Rouge in Coral Red. It'll work pretty well for you. Maron also makes one. The Maron that I have is a little bit too bold red for a white face, and it doesn't look quite as good. So I'm using the Ben Nye instead for that. You'll also need a powder sock, which this is just a tube sock that you fill up with baby powder and then tie off. And that's to set your makeup with. You can also use a powder puff and loose powder that way. I like the sock a little bit better, it's easier. We've got an eyeshadow. You can just use normal women's eyeshadow if you want to. I've got the Ben Nye eyeshadow. What else? You need Q-tips, and those will be to cut out your facial features, like your eyes and or your nose and mouth and eyebrows and all that stuff. That'll make that easier. A brush to wipe your powder off with after you powder, and I believe that's it. I've got in my pencils, I've got a fat black pencil and a skinny black pencil. You can get good uses out of both of them, and I believe that's all we've got to use here. You can use a nose with a white face character. You can also go with just a painted on nose with a white face. Either one would work. It's all personal opinion on that. So we're going to get started. Got a nice clean face, freshly shaven if you're a guy, or a girl with facial hair, which I won't judge. You're going to get started off. You're going to get a hunk of makeup on your finger like that, a pretty good sized chunk. And you're just going to warm it up in your palm of your hand like this. Okay? And what that's going to do, it will just warm that makeup up and make it nice and creamy for you. You can see here it's getting nice and smooth. It's not cold and chunky like it was. It's getting warm and creamy, and really easy to apply whenever it gets like this. Okay, now that you've got your white all warmed up like that, you're just going to start applying it. And I'm just going to use 3 fingers. With your Auguste, you would normally start like that and just apply in circles or in areas of your face where you're going to have your white. This one, the base is white, so you're just going to, you use 3 fingers, you can use 2 fingers, you can use your whole hand, whatever you want to do. So I've just got 3 fingers with it on it here. You're just going to start applying that to your whole face. Now if I was actually going to go out and clown, I would want to do my neck and everything down here too, because you don't want to have white or skin areas showing when you're a white face clown. I'm not going to do the tip of my nose because I'm going to cut that out to do red anyways, so it would be a waste of makeup. And like I said, I'm just going to stop here at the face part of my face. Normally you would want to go down on your neck and in your ears and all that stuff, but I don't want to take the time and use the makeup to do that. Okay, got the white all applied. Looks good, right? No, it looks all streaky. So the next thing that you're going to want to do is take your hand that you put it on with, and you're just going to pat the white. And what this does, it makes, like whenever you take a paint roller over an area that you brushed with paint, it just takes and picks up the heavy spots and puts it down in the thin spots and just smooths out the makeup really nicely. So I'm just going to do half of my face to start out with so you can see the difference. Some people, it takes them a long time to get the padding down. Some people can do it pretty quickly. I don't have many wrinkles or anything, so I can get it done pretty quick. If you got more wrinkles and age lines and stuff like that, it may take you a little bit longer to get it all padded out because you have to make sure it gets in all those crevices and all that stuff. So, okay, now notice I've got half of my face padded and half of it's not padded. You can definitely tell the difference. This side's all splotchy, this side's nice and smooth. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that out. Now we've got it all padded out and everything. So what I'm going to do now is take and just scrape all the extra makeup that was on my hand because I got a little bit too much. So I'm going to scrape that back into my container there so I can reuse it and not waste it that way. I'm going to take a baby wipe and just clean all the extra makeup off my hand there. Now we're going to take Q-tips and we're going to start designing the actual face part of it. So you're going to take it and just roll it on your tongue, and that compresses the cotton on the Q-tip and makes it where it's not going to flake off on your face and all that stuff. So I'm going to start with a mouth. Actually, I'm going to start with the nose since I've already got it partially cut out anyways. You can really do about anything with a nose for a white face. You don't want it to be like huge. If you paint on a nose, I would stick to just down on the bottom part of your nose. Don't like paint it red all the way up to here. I've seen that and it looks dumb. So don't do that. Just stick with something like that. So that's what I usually do for a nose, is just the end of my nose like that. You can do just a dot if you want to. So I mean, it really doesn't matter. You can also wear a fake nose, which I'll put a prosthetic nose on after we get done with everything, just so you can kind of see how it looks. I think either way, it looks good sometimes.